I'm Tine. And we're a couple of farm boys from Illinois.
We're not your typical farm boys. I'm a rock and roller.
I run marathons.
I'm an engineer.
And I'm a registered nurse.
I'm a philanthropist.
And I'm a philanthropist, too.
That's not all. Let's give you a little more background into our friendship.
We grew up in Polo, a small farm town in northwest Illinois of about 2,000 people.
A booming metropolis, if you will.
Our high school mascot was the Marcos. Yes, we were the Polo Marcos.
We do see the irony in that.
Marco.
Shut up. But Marco Polo was a world-renowned explorer, so I feel like we got that going for us. We got to be friends, hanging out in the school bus every morning, all the years of wrestling practice, and just being a couple of idiot high school kids.
But we've matured since then. Not much, but a little. Fast forward. Let's say we were to win. What would we do with the money, you might ask?
Brad spent time in Honduras building houses for the less fortunate.
And Brian spent a month in South Africa, volunteering at a school in an underprivileged township. It was definitely a moving experience for both of us, and it really opened our eyes to what life can be like in other parts of the world. And since I'm a registered nurse, I want to start a self-sustaining clinic down in Honduras to provide for the needs of the people there, because the medical care is nowhere near where it needs to be.
And since I'm an engineer, I want to help out and contribute by helping build a facility and establish water and wastewater treatment facilities that are down there. Something's been on our mind for a while, something we really want to do.
But we are 22 and 23 years old, so if you give us $1 million, we're going to blow some of it.
Brad wants a hot air balloon.
I do. Brian wants a life-size replica of the piano from the movie Big.
But friendship hasn't always gone this smoothly.
With the usual disagreements growing up, sports, girls, stuff like that. But the first major roadblock was when I went off to college. I was a year older than Brad, so I was the first one to leave home and head off to school.
After Brian left for college, my dad and I had a talk, and he said that our friendship would never be the same again. I was a little devastated.
I may or may not have gotten a little misty-eyed after I left too, but, you know, we stayed in touch, went and visited each other, and we're just as close now as when we were 14.
Our interests can be very different at times. Brian was a nerdy cross-country runner who became an engineer, and I'm a rock and roller who tried to get the girls.
He also became a nurse to get the girls.
We're both very motivated and competitive, and we're going to win the amazing race.
Wait a second, what day is it?
November 7th.
Audition tapes are due tomorrow.
We gotta go!
Back in camp!
Post office, now. See you at the finish line. Phil.